General Hospital spoilers Morgan and Michael double comeback. Did GH just hint at both sisters' return? Hey lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button for more update. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Morgan Corinthos and Michael Corinthos could make a double comeback. Did General Hospital just allude at both sisters returning to the show? In the March 27th occasion, Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan prepared for their trip to Toronto, where Salisky the hitman is about to get interrogated. Although Salisky did the dirty work, there's a much bigger fish who needs to be caught, and that's the person who hired the mega hit in the first place. Jason and Sonny should put Salisky through a grilling session soon enough. Still, we want to concentrate on the end of that March 27th occasion for a moment. Sonny made a bold protestation about how he'd no way let anyone come after his family again, and also the camera condemned over to commodity relatively interesting. The occasion wrapped up by fastening on a framed print of Morgan and Michael, so suckers incontinently started assuming and making prognostications about what that indication meant. Of course, it's possible it was simply a way to punctuate the desolation Sonny's family has formerly faced. Sonny lost one son in an auto bombing and nearly lost another due to the extension blowup, so perhaps that Morgan and Michael snap was just a memorial. That said, it's also possible there's further to the story. On social media, people have been getting agitated about the possibility of Brian Craig and Chad Duell reprising their separate places. Michael still needs some time to recover at the German clinic first, but the door is wide open for his eventual return. As for Morgan, could he still be alive? Is there a chance Morgan has turned against Sonny and come part of this whole plot to wipe him off the chart? It would clearly be a great stunner if Morgan was the bone who hired Salisky, so that's commodity to keep in mind. On the other hand, perhaps Morgan could appear in vision form if this trip goes wrong and Sonny finds himself floundering to survive. That might warrant a visit from Morgan as he urges Sonny to pull through for his family. Anyhow, that framed Morgan and Michael print surely got suckers buzzing, so let's stopgap that both sisters will make it back on screen ultimately. We'll bring you updates on any return news that might be on the horizon. In the meantime, General Hospital spoilers say Jason's fears may be proven right if Sonny's condition takes a turn for the worse in Toronto. General Hospital psycho Christina attacks. Rick and Liz slightly survive. General Hospital sees Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, fully deranged as this week ends when she attacks and makes a crazy move. It puts Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, and Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, both in peril. We're going to talk about Christina going off the deep end and making a terrible mistake that jeopardizes lives. General Hospital spoilers Christina's unhinged jest targeting Ava and Avery. Alright, so right now, Christina's coming piecemeal at the seams. And she's plugging for Ava Jerome, Maura West. For months now, Christina has been induced that Ava should get to have her son Avery Jerome, Corinthos, Ava and Grace Scarla in her life because Christina's baby failed after that woeful accident, which we all know. Everybody but Christina has agreed this is a woeful accident, but her capers are ratcheting up more by the day. As this week ends, Ava answers her door to Christina, who's looking for another battle with her about Avery. And we see Christina covenanting to stop Ava. General Hospital spoilers the brake line sabotage, a deadly mistake with Rick's SUV. That, of course, came after she ran over to drop off Avery to her Pater's house and also suggested to Christina that Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, may be too sick to watch for their son, so perhaps she should address that in court. And that transferred Christina twisting. So after a wrong showdown with Rick and Ava at the apartment, an enraged Christina is going to go down and cut the boskage lines on the SUV that's in Ava's parking garage in her spot. But in case you missed it, GH made a real big hairy deal out of Rick making himself at home at Ava's. She was griping because Rick took her parking spot, so she had to situate out on the road. So that means Christina is tampering with the wrong vehicle. She sabotages Rick's SUV, not Ava's, which if you suppose about it, that premise is kind of dumb unless Rick and Ava enjoy identical buses, same make, model, time, color, because Christina knows what auto Ava drives because she uses it all the time to drop off Avery. However, just chalk it up to absolute lazy jotting, if they do unexplain it. GH spoilers Rick and Liz in danger. The impending car crash. Anyway, After Christina sabotages Rick's SUV because it's in Ava's parking spot, he's going to wind up on the road with Liz in the passenger seat while he's driving. I don't know why Rick and Liz are together. Perhaps it's about the Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, blackmail thing. Perhaps they've an errand to run together, who knows? But they're motoring down the road and Christina is in another vehicle also on that road. So we'll see if she's stalking the SUV because she thinks Ava's driving it, or perhaps Christina is following because she realized she squinched up Tinkered with the wrong auto. General Hospital spoilers Lucky's involvement and implicit consequences. We also have Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, getting involved in the script when he's trying to figure out what Christina has done, so it sounds like she might have called him. Unfortunately for Lucky, he has been enabling and encouraging Christina's deranged abomination. And now his gal Liz might pay a terrible price because Lucky has spent time telling his master Christina that her ongoing volatility and wrathfulness are completely justified. By the end of this week on Friday, there's an auto crash. And it looks like Rick and Liz's SUV runs off the road and crashes. So we'll have to stay and see conceivably until Monday if Rick and Liz come out of this alive because their lives may literally be on the line. General Hospital spoilers Christina's remorse and the aftermath of her conduct. General Hospital spoilers say Christina is full of remorse for what she did, but that's too little too late and all that. So I'm enough sure the fact that she set up Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, S. Pater, and Lucky's gal for this woeful incident. I will and indeed call it an accident, because this is what she was hoping would be. She just didn't plan it real well. And this could beget serious injuries. I'm wondering if Christina was following Rick's auto because she realized she cut the wrong boskage lines. But what can Christina do indeed if she realizes it's Rick in the auto, not Ava? It's not like Christina can stop them and go, "Oh, hollers, I tampered with the wrong auto," because she can't stop them anyway because she cut the freaking boskage line. Enterprise on the crash and implicit deliverance on General Hospital spoilers. So of course not. I do suspect Christina may call Lucky right before the thickets go out, and they crash, we'll see. And I suppose it's going to be a really good thriller Friday on General Hospital. You flash back how unfaithful the roads are in Port Charles. They're windy, they're twisty, there's defile going down to gutters, there's like precipice edges. We've seen people fall off of them, drive off of them. So when Rick's thickets go out, he could crash him and Liz into a tree, off a ledge, and into the water, off a precipice, into a rocky notch. Sky's the limit. General Hospital spoilers implicit issues and Christina's legal troubles. In the end, Rick and Elizabeth's injuries could be minor, and the SUV and the airbags take the mass of the damage. But if Rick's going at the speed limit on a windy road when the thickets fail because of Christina's sabotage, it could be a fatal or near-fatal accident. Now, I'll say I do and suppose General Hospital is going to kill off Rick or Liz. And especially not her, we'll see. But Rick and Elizabeth may end up fighting for their lives. Hopefully, Christina will stop and render aid and call 911 if she sees the crash, because it'll be indeed worse for her if she just drives by and hopes that she'll get down with putting Rick and Liz at threat while trying to kill Ava. That's what it is. This is tried murder. She just hit the wrong auto, but it's surely a huge and serious felony, so the bobbies are presumably going to come for Christina. General Hospital spoilers the fallout, connections ruined, and legal consequences. Ava's structure may have security cameras in the parking garage that caught Christina tampering with Rick's auto. Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, might have to arrest his family. And when all this comes out and Christina's exposed, there's going to be no defending what she did. Molly is going to be furious that Christina could have killed her pater right after she and Christina talked about putting their neighborly relationship back together. That should kill that reunion. And Molly isn't going to accept any defenses like Christina and say, "Oh, sorry, I was trying to kill Ava, not your pater." Yeah, not cool. Molly will be furious indeed if Rick comes out unscathed because he could have failed. And this, of course, came right after Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and Rick called armistice. That's going to go out the window too because of Christina. I don't know what they've done with this character. It's not the recast actress's fault. She's an okay actress. It's forfeiture. It's the jotting. Christina it's like she and Drew, they're like, who can we make indeed worse moment with their jotting? I don't know why they're doing what they're doing with them, but just both of them are despicable. The need for responsibility and implicit intervention on GH. I could see Molly pushing to see Christina fulfilled to the full extent of the law, and if Alexis tries to defend Christina, that could fracture her relationship with Molly again. Nethermost line, Christina's fantastic jest risked lives. She's deranged. Everything between Ava and Sunny was settled. And also Christina stirred up Sunny, talking about the plutocrat stuff, got him all amped up, and also he wound up collapsed. And now Ava knows about his heart condition. Still, everybody would be better off if Christina had stayed in her lane. Well, let's be fair, Ava's, a bad person herself. And she's been pushing Christina's buttons, but that's also a two-way road. Plus, as one of Christina's tried murder victims, Liz may be called to swear in court and may say under pledge that Christina told her, "If I see and have my son, Ava see and have hers." That's a whole trouble in itself. Rick will absolutely push to press charges on Christina. He formally thinks she's the reason Molly doesn't get proper attention from their mama. Ava could use all of this in guardianship court, saying Avery shouldn't be around Sunny's mentally unstable murderous son. Suppose about how numerous lives Christina is deforming up with this. Not only could her capers nearly kill Liz and Rick, but the stress of it could beget Sunny to have a major cardiac event that could be life and death because he keeps putting off that heart surgery. Again, obviously Ava and Christina rub each other the wrong way. And Ava is no innocent. But Christina isn't in her right mind, and too numerous people have been pampering and enabling her bad jest. General Hospital spoilers the thriller. Will Rick and Liz survive? So we'll have to watch on Friday to see if Elizabeth and Rick walk down from this crash. We may not know until Monday. It could be a scrape, it could be life, hanging injuries, and also, of course, the fallout when Christina's exposed for her insane jest. Her parents need to get her into downtime in Ferncliff before Molly and the DA's office, with presumably and help from Rick, put Christina behind bars in Pentonville because she's at imminence. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.